Samir
And this is
got sensitive about it. And
I didn't get sensitive about it. It just sounds stupid. You're gonna tack it on like that. Like, who cares? Oh, but not this, not the Red Ranger that has the legal problems. That's dumb. You know it's dumb. It sounds dumb. You should feel bad.
I don't. And this is the Angry Blerds podcast.
Where the nerds are black and the nerds are angry.
All right. So first things first, people. Yes, we know NYCC is happening as we speak. So we will have to chime in on everything that's happening next week. Because from what I saw, DC, I mean, DC ain't bringing no heat. They just announced some comics, and that's about it.
I mean, are we surprised?
I mean, they did the same thing at SDCC, so, and yeah, and had, you know, The Rock.
I mean, they've been taking L's for quite a while now.
Yeah. All right, so the one thing I saw this week, I knew it was coming out, but I got excited when I saw the trailer. And answer this question for me. Do you think this is shady? So, the last blockbuster on Earth is coming to Netflix on November 3rd.
Yes.
I mean, I definitely found it to be a little bit shady. I mean, no other streaming services couldn't do it. I mean, Hulu, Amazon. Give me some more.
Paramount Plus.
Yeah, Paramount Plus. But now Netflix was like, they tried to buy us, so we gonna screw them over. But yeah, so this actually stars, one of our favorite individuals, Randall Park, who everyone knows from such shows as Big Mouth, and such films as Always Be My Maybe. I meant movies. I said films. No, I was right. Okay, so yeah, films as Always Be My Maybe, Ant-Man.
Well, he was also on Fresh Off the Boat, so he's been on TV for a long time as well.
I forgot about Fresh Off the Boat because I watched like the first 2 seasons and I like
that's his claim to fame. His claim to fame is Fresh Off the Boat.
Yeah, that is true. I knew it was on the TV show. I just couldn't remember which one it was. That's why I started with TV. Then I said Big Mouth. I'm like, crap, I don't remember the other show. But yeah, he was also in Ant-Man and the Wasp. He was in WandaVision. He's going to reprise his role in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. He's also on Young Rock. I forgot he was in the Aquaman movie.
He's in the Aquaman movie?
Yeah, he was Dr. Stephen Shin.
Oh, shoot, he was.
Yeah, the movie was not memorable at all.
It wasn't that it wasn't memorable. It's just it's been a while. Oh, he's in the third sequel too.
Yes. Yeah, and it also stars Melissa Fumero, who everyone knows from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, as Detective Amy Santiago. So basically, the description is Randall Park leads. Oh, this is a series. I thought this was a movie.
What? No, yeah.
I thought this was a movie, dude. So
it's a TV series, bro.
Yeah, I really thought this was playing. I'm just like, how can you is this going to be a limited series? I mean, the last blockbuster on Earth is still open, but it's just like
it's called Blockbuster. First off,
I know, but there is a last blockbuster on Earth. It's in Bend, Oregon. Yeah, so
that's because their internet is so crappy out there that they need rental videos,
I guess. But yeah, so Randall Park leads the series as Timmy Yoon. He is an analog dreamer living in a 5G world where he is operating the last blockbuster store in the country. And Timmy and his staff employees, including his longtime crush Eliza, who's played by Melissa Fumero, must fight to stay relevant, and the only way to succeed is to remind their community that it provides something big corporations can't: human condition. So Tyler Alvarez is in this series, Madeline Arthur, Olga Murdis, J.B. Smooth, and Camilla Fairburn. And so, yeah, this is actually
Yeah,
created
JB
with.
Smooth probably has like a walk-on role, like probably recurring.
Yeah, I mean, JB Smooth out here making money. What's his name on Curb Your Enthusiasm? I believe it's Leon Black. But yeah, so this is created by Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Superstore producer Vanessa Ramos. She also did it with David Casp, who did Happy Endings, which was a very underrated show. ABC sucks for canceling that. And Jackie Clark, who also EP'd on Superstore and Happy Endings. So yeah, I will definitely be checking this out. So I more than likely will be giving a review on it when it comes out. Samir, are you going to check out the show?
Maybe if I have time.
Make time. Make time.
I don't know. You gonna make time for Interview the Vampire?
I have no interest in that show. That's the difference.
Do you think I have any interest for another comedy series? Just saying.
Okay,
I got so many
watch
conversations
it.
with my ass. All right, then. No, get off a case then. I might watch it though. I do like the cast and the premise seems kind of funny, but I have to see if I have the time. Literally, TV is just the bane of my existence right now.
Yeah, welcome to my life.
All right, so
you kept shaming me for the
we
longest.
have a well, because you watch a lot of TV. It's like so much TV, and then
you gave us the title right off the bat. So thank you for that, sir.
Anyways, so we have a birthday. At this past week, happy birthday to Hiroyuki Imaishi, who is the director of such anime as Kill la Kill, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, Panty and Stocking, and of course the most recent illustrious Cyberpunk and Edge Runners.
Okay.
So yeah, very, very prolific career.
Yeah, and I didn't watch any of those. But like I said, anime isn't necessarily, my big thing. But
we know that you've been lame for a long time, Carl. Just I won't say you, Carl. Bernard, both y'all lame. Just say you're boring, and we can move on. So,
what's up with this hostility? Was that your story, or was that like a little blurb?
No, I'm just a shout out. So my story is a 21-year-old stabbed her sister to death for flirting with her boyfriend while playing Valorant. I'm like,
okay.
When I read this headline, I'm like, what?
Why are we reporting on that? That's sad news. I mean, we talk about when like celebrities die in pop culture, but really,
because it has something to do with Valorant. That's why.
I don't even know what that is.
Are you an old person under a rock? How do you not know what Valorant is? It's one of the most popular hero shooters right now.
Never even heard of it, dude.
It's a popular hero shooter. Okay.
Well,
it's like a cross between CS:GO and Overwatch, essentially.
I guess, but since you want to bring the podcast down with people stabbing her sister to death for flirting with her boyfriend, how about you give us some more details
while playing Valorant? Okay, so this thing is just downright kooky. If it wasn't so nuts, but yeah. So basically, Fatiha Marzan, a 21-year-old woman from Orlando, Florida, has admitted to stabbing her. Yeah, I know, right? According to the report of the Orlando Sentinel, Fatiha's sister Seima was playing Valorant with the former's boyfriend, messaging him and using in-game chat. Fatiha reportedly hid knives in a closet, and on the 26th, she waited until the family went to sleep and before stabbing the 20-year-old Seima 3 to 4 times in the heart at 4 a.m. Dang. In the bedroom they shared. That's just nuts. So essentially, she expressed an issue with the boyfriend and the sister talking on the game repeatedly, but it's I guess it kept going, and she just had to. I'm like, I guess she just flipped. I'm like, really? Anyways, this is I guess this is one of the many violent incidents that have been inspired by video games, which obviously this isn't the video games. This is people being crazy. This could have been anything.
I wouldn't even say that was inspired by video games, because the person who was playing the video game got stabbed, not the other way around. I mean, we don't even know if her sister was a gamer. We just know she
No,
stabbed
she was.
her
Yeah, she
younger
was.
sister.
Oh, you mean the assailant,
The
the
old,
alleged assailant?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
No, we don't know if she was or not. Yeah, correct. But I guess the catalyst was the game that their boyfriend and the sister were playing. So yeah, that was just. I thought that story was wacky.
Let me see if I can find the soundbite, but if I can't, Charlemagne said it does. Florida, ladies and gentlemen. Florida. I need to leave.
Leave
All
what?
right.
I mean, I guess there's crazy people everywhere.
Florida. Yeah, but it's primarily the Bronx and all of Florida.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna. This is one of the few times I defend Florida. Okay, Florida's a nice state and a lot of areas, and people like to come here and tourists. All right, we get everyone else's crazy too. Okay, how often do you come across somebody and they're surprised that you were born and raised here? Oh, yeah, I think most people just move into Florida. You know why? Because we get everyone else's crazy. Okay, we don't grow crazy. It comes here.
Samir, sometimes it grows here. Did you?
It don't. It frequently don't. It's most of the time it is a transplant. Someone came in from the north and they got crazy here. I'm just saying. All right, you want to blame everything on Florida being crazy? Nah, man. Everyone comes here and they act crazy. That's what it is. They say, "Oh, Florida people can't drive." No, we get everyone's bad drivers. All right. No one wants to go to Wisconsin or Oregon. Well, Oregon's nice sometimes, but they don't want to stay there. All right.
Florida man charges
Everybody
into a
going to
9-year-old at youth football practice, police say. This just happened on Thursday. A Florida man
Is
was
that man a
arrested for putting
native?
a helmet.
Was that man a native? Was that man a native? Was he born and raised here?
It never says if they're born and raised here. It's just the simple fact that they're.
But how many times has someone walked up and you said, "Oh, I'm surprised that you're a native"? Most people move in here. How many times? I get that all the time. I have a job where I have to meet a lot of customers and go to their houses, and they're often surprised that I was born and raised here. Because why? People move to Florida. They're not born and raised in Florida. There's a difference. We get everyone's crazy because no one's actually born and raised here. I think a large percentage of the people that actually live in Florida aren't born and raised in Florida.
I can honestly say I think that's only happened to me once within like the past year, 2 years.
You don't talk to your customers, huh?
I do talk to my customers, and that's literally, bro. I'm really getting sick and tired of my customers. You know, one guy said I was intimidating, and he didn't want me to come back to his house. I had a whole conversation with this man.
You have resting bitch face, or how they call it, resting bitch ass face.
Samir, I was having a whole conversation with this man because he couldn't find his phone. I was asking him, "Oh, do you want me to call it or anything for you?" I was trying to be helpful. I was talking to the man a whole like 45 minutes to an hour. I was there. He calls the office. Yeah, also, I don't want him to come back.
Also, it could be breathing while
you can't
black.
See it. You can't see it, but I'm holding up. Black. I'm holding up the opposite side of my palm. So it was this.
Well, I can't see nothing because your feet ain't coming in.
I know. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. But yeah, so
that guy. All right, whose turn is it?
It's my turn. So
I know.
Ezra Miller has reportedly returned to The Flash to do some more reshoots following the apology. So, chances are of us getting a new Barry Allen because of their apology, I think very slim to none. What are your thoughts? Why are you quiet?
I'm just letting that mull it over. Yeah, I'm sorry, we're not getting no. Honestly, like I said, I'm actually becoming less and less involved in the DCEU.
I mean, hey man, we said it was dead. Hell, Jim Lee said it was dead. Hey, stop it.
Dead like the Valencia-verse. Am I wrong?
Stop it. Yes, you are.
Am I wrong? How so? They got 2 shows left. They were up
3.
to 6. Now they got 2.
3.
Superman, Lois, and Stargirl.
Titans. Oh, I'm sorry. 4.
Oh, yeah.
Doom Patrol. 4.
Schmitens.
4.
You got
Doom Patrol.
Get the good value Titans. The
I ain't
Kirkland
taking no
brand
slander from a
Titans.
man. I ain't taking no slander from a man who enjoys Teen Titans Go.
Say what?
You heard me.
You broke up. No, I didn't. You broke up.
I said I'm not taking any slander from a man who enjoys Teen Titans Go.
Teen Titans Go knows exactly what it is. Okay? Titans does
Yeah,
not.
Basura. Yes, it does. And
No, it
speaking
doesn't.
of which, we
If
actually
if it
got
knew what it was, it would know how to do with superheroes. It doesn't.
well,
Freaking nonsense out here. Low budget, terrible special effects. Falling on his face.
well. Speaking of Titans, we actually just got our first look at Brother Blood and Jinx for the upcoming season, and once again, Samir's just slandering costumes.
I'm
No,
not
wait, I
saying.
think you actually said something positive.
I was very surprised that they can do a halfway decent costume. Now, how it looks in motion is another story. Probably look as bad as Luke Fox on Batwoman.
There was nothing wrong with that suit. You just
He
being
looked his head was massive. His head was so big.
Samir, once again, you are trying to correlate something that is animated or drawn versus how it looks in real life. Nothing is ever going to look the same as it does in animation in real life.
Black Panther's helmet looked pretty on point. It looked proportional to his body.
Yes, because it's an actual helmet. You know what Luke Cage's helmet does? It actually does like Iron Man's nanite helmet. So it's like a little piece that goes on like the back of his neck and it comes around his head. And then it's supposed to be like skin tight like a cow.
You know, Iron Man's helmet doesn't look overly large either for its proportion to his body.
Stop it.
The head was just really large in comparison to his body. That's why the costume looked goofy. Also, he's a little short. He's short.
And there's Samir with the height shaming.
Man, you corny.
It's just really hard.
Okay, so this is the thing, Samir. You really gotta stop shaming celebrities because one day we might get somebody on the show and they're like, "Oh yeah, I remember you said this."
The celebrity.
You just shamed the man for being quote unquote short.
I'm not shaming anybody. Look. How about they just start? Okay, look, I can't think of any male superheroes that are actually short. Well, other than Wolverine, who else is short? They draw everyone 6 foot plus. Luke Fox is a tall dude. All right, he towers over everyone in the room he's with. Okay, and then you have the gentleman who plays Luke Fox on the TV show, who is at eye level with Ruby Rose, who's a very small individual herself. So
sounds like height shaming.
I'm not saying that's any diss to his acting skill. No, I actually enjoyed his own character and his chemistry with the rest of the cast. He was actually really good. It's just he looked a little comical in his costume, is what I'm saying.
You know how tall Luke Fox is in the comic?
How tall?
5'9".
I call cap.
I literally just went to DC Wiki. I will send you the link if I have to.
I'm gonna pull it up myself.
I'm sending it to you right now, Mister. I'm gonna shame this man for being average height.
Oh yeah, dang. So Luke Fox is. I guess I maybe my memory wasn't as reliable.
Shut up.
Yeah, I guess you're right. He's short with you. Okay, so yeah, Luke Fox is just a short person.
I'm 5'11".
Okay. Yeah, short, Bernard. That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said. Short.
You're a jerk.
I got my hair.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I don't see why is that an issue. Oh, I got hair. Go beard. How about that?
I would, but my face gets irritated too much.
If you say so.
Asshole.
What you got?
All right. You mad at me what I got. Don't we take that bass out your voice, all right.
This is my actual voice. What you got?
So we got some renewals. So Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, season 2 starts production ASAP. So that's dope. More of that. Keep it coming. What else? The Amazon produced Vox Machina is also coming back for just got announced for another season.
And it also got announced that season 3 was coming.
And let's see what else we got here. And well, they announced season 3.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, see, it renewed for a third season. So the third season got renewed. Is what it is because it has 2 seasons.
Well, the second season got announced, and they also announced that the third season was coming. You got to learn how to word stuff, man.
No, I think I worded that correctly. Hang on, I'm looking it up right now.
Samir, they dropped a video today that said season 2 was coming. No, not yet today. Yesterday, and then they announced that the third season was coming.
Oh, okay,
They said that. Yes, that's what it was. Yes. All right. What else? That's it. That's all you got for renewals? Hello?
Hang on a second. Yeah, okay. There it is. Yeah. So, all right. Those are pretty much my 2 announcements. I have other stories, but you can go now.
All right. So, I hate the quote unquote what the normies is. Okay, so Michaela Cole was doing an interview with, I believe it was Variety magazine, and she talked about the reason why she decided to get on the cast of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and that was because of Io and Anika's relationship. So those 2 characters are lovers and they're lesbians, and so when news like this comes out,
like that.
Yeah, but sometimes maybe people don't remember who Io is.
Yeah, I know, but you said they're lovers and they're like. Okay,
well, they could also have a very platonic friendship and relationship.
Why? Okay, see, there's a better way. There's a better way to say that. It's like you throw all these labels and shit on there. Why not say Io, who is a part of the Dorja Malai, is in a relationship with, and then basically just say their titles, and they would also imply their gender because the Dorja Malai. I'm butchering that word.
Dora Milaje. It's not that hard to say.
There we go. Thank you. They're all women. So
okay. I was just trying to flesh it out because when news like this comes out, the first thing I say to myself is, show me you don't read comics. No, it wasn't necessarily backlash. It was like, how do you show me you don't read comics? So I actually got into an argument with some Karen online. She's like, I was never going to see this movie. But anyway, this is Marvel just being woke. I'm like, man,
those 2 have been together for several years now?
Yes, I'm like, man, this is actually a part of, I'm like, man, this is actually a part of the comics lore. If you would know that if you read comics. Well, me and my son go to conventions all the time. I'm like, look, it's people like you who are ruining conventions. Conventions used to be specifically for the geeks and nerds and things that were considered pop culture.
It's okay that they're more inclusive now.
No, it's not.
It's been ruined. I actually like that it's more inclusive and more. Yes.
I don't.
Okay. We won't get. See, I think that it's more inclusive now. We have more to enjoy. All right, we wouldn't be where we were if they didn't expand and become more inclusive.
Yeah, I'm good. I would have preferred for comic conventions to stay the way they were if they had people.
Of course, because you're a hipster.
I'm not a hipster. It's just
you hate so many popular things.
Samir, Comic Cons have been ruined by Hollywood. So like a perfect show, you hate the Big Bang Theory. Why was the Big Bang Theory always at SDCC? Sometimes there's shows that don't even need to be at San Diego Comic-Con and New York Comic-Con. Bro,
you have a point there.
That's the point I'm trying to make. It's just like that stuff like that, and people who don't give 2 craps about comics, they ruin cons. They're the reason the tickets are so jacked up. Lemonade is $10 and parking is $50. So I told her, you are not a real fan. You are just a casual moviegoer who knows nothing. So you shut up, and I hope your son don't come out the closet.
Damn! I mean, all right, that's a little toxic. and you sound kind of gatekeepy, but whatever.
Sometimes you need to gatekeep.
A little toxic.
It's just like don't get on the internet and say, "Oh, I had no interest in seeing this, but I'm definitely not going to see it now." That's like a double negative. You already said you weren't going to see it. Make up your mind. You're going to see it, but now you change your mind, or you weren't going to see it, but now you're definitely not going to see it. I just wanted to go, bitch, really?
I mean, okay, so let's say, for instance, okay, we didn't need Big Bang Theory at Comic-Con. You're right. But there are a lot of more inclusive films that did need to be there that wouldn't have been there originally if they didn't expand.
I know. Like what? Give me an example.
Like the horror games and other YA series that got adapted. They probably wouldn't have originally been there if they didn't start including those series in there. And now we have a lot more women involved, which is a good thing. So yes, having the cast of Twilight, as much as you hate it, it brought in more women, which then expanded brought more women into nerdom overall. So yeah, having the cast of the Hunger Games,
they didn't need to be there.
Sure, it did. You're just being a gatekeeper. For some reason, you think vampires aren't nerdy enough. I hate to break it to you, sir, but Twilight's pretty nerdy. It's poorly written, and the fan base is a little weird, but it's very nerdy.
Try.
This from someone who used to be obsessed with Twilight.
You can definitely say that Big Bang Theory is not nerdy and poorly written tripe. Sure, and it didn't need to be there, but Twilight definitely deserved to be there. It's poorly written as it is. It's a fantasy series. So, what's more nerdy about than fantasy, sir?
I guess, but
you guess. Don't say you guess. You know, sir.
I'm trying to keep the story. I'm trying to keep the pod going. So on that note, the trailer for Wakanda Forever. Thoughts? Because that did drop this week.
A lot. Okay, so
I'm still mad about Namor.
He's growing on me. Look, he's growing on me. They got the foot wing. They got the footsie wings, man. He looks really good with the footsie wings.
So also, you act like that wasn't going to be a thing before.
They're gonna. Well, no, it may not have been the thing actually, because his wings are not Atlantean physiology; those are mutations. So they're gonna have to explain that.
No, they don't.
And they're gonna say, yeah, they do. If all the other Atlanteans don't have wings in their feet, they don't know Atlantean flies. That's just him. Okay.
Namora
does not fly. As far as I know.
She's got the wingtips.
Why does she have wingtips?
I'm pretty sure it might. I don't know, but yeah, bro, go back and look at Civil War when she pushes. Was it Nitro? I don't think she was fighting Nitro.
Yeah, she got wingtips. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. No, she's a mutant too. Yeah, she's an Atlantean human mutant hybrid. I don't know why she has the exact same mutation as him. I mean, are they related? By what? Cousin?
They're cousins, you idiot.
Oh, then there you go. That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. That works. Sometimes you have similar mutations in the family. It's
I know
not
the
often,
whole Gucci tree line.
Yeah, the Guthrie tree line. There's a lot of mutants in that tree line, but they're all different powers. You have Arrow, I forget her real name. She flies. Icarus, he also has wings. He flies. Oh shoot! Yeah,
Cannonball,
right. But
he flies.
They fly.
The only person who don't fly is Husk. That flight is flight.
Oh yeah, there you go. I think Husk can actually grow wings though.
A bird is a bird, Samir.
Yes, I'm saying I think she can actually shed skin and pop out wings. She can do a lot with it when she starts shedding. She has a really good power set.
I guess,
but they both mutated. Yes. Now I did see someone drop Namora in the trailer. They Easter egged her. I don't think she's going to be a mutant. So I think they're going to just.
Was it the one Atlantean who looked Asian? Was it the one Atlantean who looked Asian in the teaser trailer? So maybe. Namora looks a little Asian, but Namor
I don't
looks
think
straight up
she
Mexican.
didn't look Asian to me. She was definitely indigenous. I don't know. I couldn't tell. There's a lot of makeup involved. See, when people have when characters have makeup, you can't really tell where they're from sometimes.
Nigga,
when you do it correctly.
Okay, yeah, you better add that sometimes because I was gonna say Gemma Chan looked Asian in Captain Marvel.
Yeah, she did, but she still looked like a Kree because she had makeup and they painted her skin.
Yeah,
okay,
because she's blue. Guess what? Maybe she ain't got no allergies. Maybe she don't got no allergies. Let's paint you in something and find out if you got any allergies. Because yes, you always talking about firing people. And
that is that's an excuse you follow a lot. How often does that happen? How often does that actually happen?
I only know two instances: Ryan Potter and Colton Hayes. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about Black Panther.
Colton Hayes had issues with his contacts, right?
No, makeup. Yes,
they can just change
makeup.
They couldn't change the whole brand.
They tried various types, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get back to this Wakanda Forever trailer. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bleep it. But yeah, it's obviously.
I mean, you was up and down saying it wasn't sure. What changed your tune? Why you changed your tune?
Nothing changed my tune, but I really hope they do throw a wrench in there. Next thing it would be in the.
No, I don't want that. I want. The she's not in the royal family. Well, how would they justify that?
Somebody had to step up, and apparently, remember, gone. If you go back and watch that first trailer, remember towards the end, Angela Bassett is giving a monologue saying like, "My whole family is gone." So something happens to.
I don't think something happens to. Also, her whole family's gone. First off, they're gonna definitely switch that line up again. You know they do that a lot in Marvel movies where the scene isn't exactly the same.
I need an example.
They delete it.
I need an example.
Case in point, Iron Man 2. Okay. Pepper kisses the helmet and tosses out the back of the ship, and he says, "You complete me," and jumps out. That never made it the movie. That was only in the trailer. That was a deleted scene.
Yeah, but okay, yes.
But what?
What else? That scene looks too heavy.
That's a glaring example. That's the only example I gotta give.
Okay,
they've done it once. They will do it again.
No. I'm gonna tell you why they did that. They restructured the whole movie. Iron Man 2 was supposed to revolve around Demon in a bottle. I know that scene because I have the Blu-ray. The movie starts with him throwing up on the plane.
So two things. One,
that's how the movie. That's how Iron Man.
It's hard to understand you.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. I said in Iron Man 2, it was supposed to revolve around the Demon in the Bottle storyline. It was originally supposed to start with him throwing up in the plane.
It doesn't matter where it came from. Okay,
Samir,
the trailer didn't get into the scene. All right, it didn't get into it. So that's an example.
They restructured the whole movie.
It doesn't matter. There's an example of a trailer that doesn't match the movie that it's based on.
You're being a real dick right now. I'm telling you the reason why it didn't appear in the trailer. You like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, T'Challa's not still going to be dead in the movie. I'm pretty sure something's going to happen to Shuri, and maybe they had to write something.
What could happen to Shuri?
I don't know. Maybe they actually incorporated the injury she got on set into the movie.
Why would they do that?
Did you ever see? They do that all the time with movies and TV shows. They incorporated Halle Berry's broken wrist in Gothica on the Rookie. Mika Cox was pregnant last season. Guess what? They incorporated her pregnancy into the storyline. Guess what? Lisa Kudrow was pregnant on Friends. They incorporated her pregnancy into the storyline. Sometimes people get Maze Runner. After Dylan O'Brien got hit by that car and they had a broken arm. Guess what? They incorporated that in the Death Cure.
Okay, so a couple of things. One, Maze Runner kind of sucks. And so does Gothica.
That's all you got from that? You ain't got no leg to stand on now, do you?
I'm moving on.
No, wait, no, because we didn't talk about Riri Suit.
Oh, yeah,
we didn't talk about Riri Suit.
It looks cool. It's like her Mark I suit. It looks pretty dope. It looks very comic accurate.
Except it's not all great.
Except it's not all great, but it's close enough. You know, it's not like it's completely far left field and doesn't look like anything like the character like Titans. You know, we know it definitely looks like Riri.
Yes, but yeah. So Wakanda Forever. We will definitely be spoiling the hell out of that opening weekend. We might even record a day late. I don't know.
Yeah, you got 24 hours. All right, I'll give you warning right now. All right, we're watching it the opening weekend, and we're reviewing it that week. All right,
you know
that's your only warning you get.
Let's not do that because no, we don't need to do that.
Son, stick to your gun. Stick to your gun.
Samir, no. I'm changing my mind.
It is a sequel to one of the highest grossing films of all time. If you can't watch it opening weekend, or if you're not going to heed a spoiler warning, that is your fault.
Samir, let's give people some grace. People have lives.
Yeah, they do have lives. So that's why they will listen to the spoiler alert, and then they can come back later and watch it.
I'm pretty sure the whole episode is going to be Wakanda Forever. So let's just wait the week after.
It'll be like the half episode.
Bro, we spent like damn near a whole episode.
After everyone's done talking about it. Everyone's going to talk about it.
We do that all the time with movies. We just did that with Thor Love and Thunder. I don't want to hear that crap from you.
We should probably change that. I don't want to argue about this now. I've been arguing about it with you all week.
Well, we've been arguing about it all day because this guy got geeked up about Hellraiser. So yeah, guys, we're going to spoil that if you didn't get a chance to watch it this week. So if you didn't, when we get to it, I'm obviously going to say spoiler alert. And yeah, just check out then. But what you got?
All right, so let's see. So Hideo Kojima's been putting out very cryptic messages recently on social media. One of which just dropped in the last 24 hours, featuring Elle Fanning and a graphic that says, "Who am I?" ? To ask the question, "Who am I?" As in, who is she? I suppose. And it has a Hideo Kojima game and Elle Fanning. So Elle Fanning will now star. Well, it looks very likely that Elle Fanning will star in his up and coming game. But that's all we know. A very cryptic poster and Hideo Kojima and Elle Fanning teaming up. So yikes! I'm excited. It looks great. I enjoy this actress. Why do you hate on? You got something against Elle Fanning?
I got no issue with Elle Fanning. I'm just honestly over Hideo Kojima.
Why? You only play like 2 of his games. What are you over? It's like you. It's not like the guy's out here hyping himself up. You can say, "Yeah, I'm over Kanye," because Kanye's always in the news. Okay, doing dumb stuff. Hideo Kojima keeps to himself, does really cool, weird video game projects, and then breaks out for a few years. How can you be over someone that doesn't overstay their welcome? Also, everyone likes Hideo Kojima. What is wrong with you?
I loved Hideo Kojima until you asked me a question, and yeah, thank you. So let me finish. Until Metal Gear Solid 5 was a piece of crap.
Yeah, that wasn't his fault. That was Konami. Death Stranding was amazing. You didn't like it?
The whole creating a new genre, it was kind of stupid. I wasn't feeling it.
It wasn't. It was groundbreaking and risky, but it paid off.
And he got the one man in Hollywood who looks like he consistently needs a bath to be his lead. So no.
You got a problem with Norman Reedus?
Yeah, he looks like he needs to take a long ass bath.
That doesn't speak to his acting skills, which were amazing in that game.
Yeah, in that game, he sucks on The Walking Dead. I hate Norman Reedus on The Walking Dead. He literally takes the whole scene.
He's not writing that show. He's not a writer on that show. If they write him a certain way or direct him a certain way, he's gonna do it. All right.
Hold on. Didn't you just shit on Titans for the actors not wearing makeup?
No, I shit on the showrunners, Greg Valanti, whatever his freaking name is, and the show itself. The actors, I have no beef with. They did get their paycheck, pay their mortgage, do your job. I'm glad you have continuous work. Please be successful. I have no problem with those actors. I have a problem with the show not putting actors in makeup. That's not their decision. Okay? All right? I'm sorry.
Have you ever watched Titans?
Yes, I have.
Clips. When the hell did you watch Titans?
I watched a reel.
I know you can't see me, but I was very tempted to walk away right now. It's clips.
All right,
that's your whole dissertation. Clips.
But here's the issue with this. superhero shows, movies, properties are very visual based. So when you have a property with bad visuals, let's say for instance, Beast Boy, who morphed his face into a green something in one scene really quickly, it looked like it was out of Power Rangers. It was terrible. Okay, awful. All right, and then you have him. Bad. It was It was pretty bad. It was awful. It was like it was worse than King Shark. It was worse than King Shark on the Flash.
And if it was the first season, give them a break because that was on DC Universe. They didn't have a big budget. Like the CG on Starter was bad. And you haven't even watched.
They still on a budget. Oh, so does he transform into more than one animal? Or do they waste time with have him running around punching people? Does Beast Boy run around kicking and punching alongside all the other martial artists in the show?
And once again, I told you that has nothing to do with the budget. That's part of the storyline that they incorporated.
So they took a character, completely wiped out what makes him unique, and made him a more martial artist. How many martial artists on this team? If you include Beast Boy, how many people are kicking and punching on that show?
A lot.
Okay, so you mean to be fair, is Raven doing it?
Sometimes.
So it looks like they're pretty much whitewashing all the characters' uniqueness and their abilities and applications, what they bring to the team, because they don't have the budget to do so. They just put everyone on the stunt team and say, look, everyone can kick and punch now, and then that's the superhero show. No, I mean I think that's kind of silly. Like we already got we got Jason. Okay, they got Ravager. Is she still on the team?
No, Jason's going as well.
No. Okay, so which martial artists do we have? We got Dick and who else? Tim possibly? What Robins are on the team?
Just Dick.
Okay, just Dick. All right, so there really should only be one person kicking and punching on that team. Starfire should be the heavy hitter. Is she the heavy hitter on the team?
Yes.
She's running around, bending steel, punching through. Okay, so at least you're doing that correctly. All right. What about Hawk and Dove? What? Oh, I forgot. He's on the show too. Lame. All right, so we got two heavy hitters. Great. So they're running around, busting through walls. Great. Then we have what we said, Dick doing all the Nightwing stuff. Good job. Why is in fact Beast Boy over there doing it? So they don't have enough martial artists? So they cast more then? So that they don't have to neuter Beast Boy? Pun intended.
I'm sorry, something's going on in the background.
What, my background?
No, my background. You cool. Once again, dude, I'm saying working the show.
Yeah, I know. The show sucks. That's all I'm saying.
But it
just sounds like they don't have the budget. It sounds like, well, yeah, it has to be sure. I mean, how long did Once Upon a Time last? That show has a huge following, and it was goofy as hell.
Once Upon a Time was a ripoff of Fables.
Yeah, it can be a ripoff. It was a successful ripoff.
And Bill Willingham won that lawsuit, so shout out to him.
Okay, great. It was a successful ripoff. It had a long run.
I guess.
Just saying, there's a lot of bad shows that have long runs. Hey, Big Bang Theory.
Once again, not a bad show. Just because you don't like it, that don't mean that it was a bad show.
Oh, okay. You should give Harley Quinn a try.
I did, and I didn't like it. I don't know why that's so hard for you to grasp. I watched it with you. What you trying to go again? You just went. What you talking about?
Did I? Oh, we were on this rant. We've been ripping on.
You brought up Elle Fanning. Don't say we, because I ain't got no problem with Titans.
The Lancey version. We've been shitting on Greg Valenti. We should just rename this podcast. Let's shit on Greg Valenti.
Ain't no less, because I love the Arrowverse. I have most of the shows on Blu-ray and behind me. You can't see me because my internet's acting stupid. Thanks, Comcast. Otherwise, I would just go get them all. Arrow, Supergirl, The Flash, Superman and Lois, Legends of Tomorrow. What else? I don't have Black Lightning, unfortunately, because I really wanted them to release a series box set. No, because I wanted to get it, but then it was like sold out. And now it just doesn't come with a digital copy. So that's why I never bought it. But yeah, so here we go. A Horizon Zero Dawn remaster is in the works. alongside the new multiplayer game.
Yeah, for PS5, right?
Yes, for PS5. So, thoughts? Because I just replayed Zero Dawn, and it looks like it belongs on the PS5 already.
Well, there's probably a couple of things they can fix, like textures or ray tracing and some other lighting options. I
Yeah,
mean, this is
yeah,
kind of this isn't really that big of news to me. I mean, it's just gonna be the PC version that we've already got released like last year.
yeah. I thought that's what the greatest hits was. That
Nah, that wasn't it.
comes with the Frozen Wilds.
That was a game of the year.
Yeah, I just saw. Yeah, that's what I meant. Game of the year. But I thought it was an update as well because when I played on the PS5, it like tries to give me the option for like ray tracing and stuff, but I believe it's locked.
Yeah, it's probably gonna make me unlock some of the frame rates.
But yeah, I'm just like, okay, no, because you can choose either to go for visuals or performance. That's why I'm like,
but maybe there may be less compromise on the remaster when it's on the PS5 as opposed to the PS4 Pro.
I guess I'm just like cash grab. TV
No,
shows coming to Netflix.
It's not made for you. It's made for someone who doesn't already play the game.
Samir, that game was free on PlayStation Plus for like the longest, and most people downloaded it.
You'd be surprised.
So, like I said, cash grab. What you got, man?
All right, so it has been official. A couple of days ago, they announced that God of War Ragnarok has won gold.
Once again, Samir, tell the people what gold means.
It just means that the game is in its last stretch of development and that it is on track to release on schedule.
All right. So, I still have not pre-ordered that game. I don't know if I'm going to pre-order the game because I still haven't beat the one that was, 2016?
2018.
Yeah, 2018.
And we made the one. That was the only one. The other ones got rebooted and you don't really... Well, it's a soft reboot, but you don't have to play the first three.
Yeah, but yeah, I was just going to say I just didn't beat 2018.
You should. I don't know, you're just waiting on it. The game was amazing.
I got other things to play. It's not a very high tier on my list. If that was the case, I would have bought it when it originally came out when I was young and dumb and actually had time to play games. But hey, that's the way it is, man. Unfortunately. So we actually got our first look at Velma, and once again, the racists have come out.
The cast confuses me though, because so who's playing Shaggy?
Sam Richardson.
Yeah, but his name isn't Shaggy.
Tell me you're a Scooby-Doo fan without telling me you're a Scooby-Doo fan.
I'm not a Scooby-Doo fan. I've never been a Scooby-Doo fan. I didn't know that. But
his name is Norval.
So, but to my knowledge, though, they've only ever called him Shaggy. Why would they call him anything else?
They called him Norval in the Scooby-Doo movies, like
no,
twice.
They didn't.
Yes, they did.
On the impression I saw the Scooby-Doo movies. They only called him Shaggy. And,
I think Daphne was like, I think Daphne, when they switched bodies, she was like, Norval Shaggy Rogers, don't do that to my body.
I was on the impression, no, I don't think they did. Well, that being said, though, that's a very small snippet. And to introduce him in the cast as Norville instead of Shaggy, this seems a bit weird. Like he's been Shaggy since 1960.
He's also been Norval since 1960.
Yeah, but he has been called Norval. He clearly doesn't, because his preferred name has always been Shaggy. I don't know why they're changing that. That just seems a bit weird. I mean, again, I don't have much stake in this because I'm not a Scooby-Doo fan. I'm just thinking it's weird that they changed his name out of the blue.
Well, I am a Scooby-Doo fan, so I will definitely be watching this in the movie that is coming to HBO Max.
Oh, speaking of that, okay, so more controversy. So, in addition to the racist, there's another Velma.
Well, hold on one second. I want to get this cast off real quick. So, as we already knew, Mandy Kaling is doing the voice of Velma, as I just told Samir. Sam Richardson, who was on
Mandy
the after party.
Mindy?
I'm sorry, Mindy. Sam Richardson is Norval, aka Shaggy. Constance Wu is Daphne, and Glenn Horton.
Constance Wu.
Yes, it's Fred. She's been in the news a lot lately, and it's just like, whoosh. But yeah, so the other Scooby-Doo news is the HBO Max movie Trick or Treat has definitely confirmed that Velma is a lesbian and or possibly queer. No confirmation on her sexual orientation just yet, but she does have a crush on a mysterious fashion designer named Coco Diablo.
Now the issue, now which timeline property is she querying? Is it the original timeline?
This did you not look at the screenshots? You don't pay attention.
Yeah, I did. I did. So it looks like the old school.
Obviously, exactly.
So what's this? So Scooby-Doo, where are you? That timeline, the old school one.
Yes. And if you guys want more Scooby-Doo, but with a slight twist, I highly recommend picking up the Scooby Apocalypse comic book series. So just think The Walking Dead meets Scooby-Doo. Daphne is a little person who is also a genius.
Well, she's always been smart.
I'm sorry, I meant Velma. I said Daphne. But yeah, she works at a robotics firm, so that's what I mean by smart, like genius. Scooby has nanites. Scrappy is out for revenge, and there's zombies about. So yeah, check that out. All we know is that Velma's coming next year. No word on when the Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo movie is coming out. It would make sense for it to come out this month. It is Halloween, October, spooky season, pumpkin spice, whatever. So yeah, what you got, man?
Well, let's see. So hang on. I actually have more Cyberpunk news.
Oh God.
So the Cyberpunk 2077 core team is moving to Boston to start work on the sequel. So it's rolling already.
So just screw The Witcher, huh?
They have other teams. This company's large.
I get that, but we ain't heard nothing from The Witcher. When did The Witcher 4 come out? I mean, The Witcher 3 come out? 2015?
Yes.
So just fuck your bread and butter, right?
Well, I wouldn't say that.
I would, because I just did.
When did Blood and Wine come out? That's another thing. The game dropped. You got to think about when Blood and Wine come out, because they support their games going forward. So let's see. Hang on. All right. So Witcher.
2017.
Yeah, I think it was 2017. No, okay, it came out. Blood and Wine came out 2016, a year after the game came out. So that means they released it. They continue to release that. They continue to support the game before it came out. So when did Heart of Stone come out? That's another thing they have. So Heart of Stone was released in. Oh, so that was released the same year the game came out, which is 2015. So but okay, you gotta understand though, The Witcher itself is a long game. That takes a while to beat. And then Blood and Wine was almost as big as The Witcher itself. And then Heart of Stone, which was a very meaty DLC. That game's long. And people replay that dude. They weren't a $1 billion company before The Witcher 3. They definitely were one after.
Like I said, once again, it's just like screw your bread and butter.
It's not. They're working on it. They said so. So you should believe them. I mean, I get it.
I don't know, man. I ain't hear you say nothing about a new Witcher game coming in. How long we been doing this podcast?
I reported on the Witcher game being in production.
Did you? Because I don't remember that. I remember you talking about the anime in season 4, but I don't remember nothing about a new game being in development. But I'm just like, come on, man.
Okay, so 2 days ago, they just reported The Witcher 4 is at least 3 years away. Yeah, 3 years away.
I know. I just wanted you to say it.
Say what? That is 3 years away?
Yeah. Give us some Witcher news.
Yeah, 2025 is a good a good release window. That game's gonna be massive.
I get that, but I'm just like, man.
I got other things to play, so I'm glad it's taking its time. I mean, Baldur's Gate 3 is next year. I'm excited.
Oh God. The game still ain't come out yet.
It comes out next year. And
We'll see.
oh boy, get ready. That's all I'm be talking about. Speaking of which, that everyone is talking about, Overwatch 2. It got released this week, and it it opened to a DDoS attack, which caused congested queue times and other problems. But they've since, for the most part, resolved that. Also, this game has this a controversy on top of controversy. So, in addition, in efforts to mitigate cheating and toxic behavior, they have since made you tie your account to a mobile number. But the problem is they don't take prepaid phones. Unfortunately, some prepaid phones. So,
I'm sorry. What? So you want me to play this game for free, but you want my phone number so you can just possibly blow up my phone with text messages and stuff?
No, it's not that. It's just to tie to your account for security.
It's not that now, but that's what it will be. That's usually how it goes. It's like, we need your email, your phone number, your firstborn.
The issue is Blizzard doesn't have much goodwill, so yeah, you can definitely believe them to sell your data. So that sucks.
Yeah,
but they have in the last 24 hours they have since reconsidered it, because unfortunately that hurts a lot of people trying to get on the game. Like, there's kids that don't have cell phones that play Overwatch. There are poor people who only have prepaid phones and don't have access to a full, carrier thingy. So there's that. It was causing more problems than solving. I get that they were trying to stop cheaters, but they kind of just pissed everybody off in the process. So. It's not a good scene.
I don't even care. It's just like, Overwatch is out for free. Guess what? Cash grab.
It's not. It's actually they did a lot of work on that game.
Yeah, but still, skins.
What do you mean
skins and guns? They're going the Fortnite route, dude.
Yeah, well, there's skins and guns in the game, but so bitch. Hold on, pause. This nigga. Okay, everybody, audience. This dude capping, so he over here saying, "Oh, you need to pre-order Gotham Knights so you can get those skins." I don't want to hear you complain that you don't got them skins, Mister. I'm a pre-order for them skins.
Samir, I don't just pre-order for skins. I pre-order just so I get a copy of the game. If that game is going to be
games don't sell out. Games do not sell out anymore. Barely. I think the last game I had that sold out. Almost sold out because I just had to go to a different location. Was Final Fantasy VII Integrated? That they very rarely sell out. I dare you to find a game in the recent years that sold out completely. Also, we had digital copies.
I'm a physical guy, so
Miles Morales that sold out.
Yes.
The physical copy sold out.
Yes, not the digital copy because you can't sell out of something digital.
Oh, well, this day and age,
Samir, the gold edition that comes with Spider-Man Remastered sold out.
But the game
I had to wait almost
one edition.
Yes. And don't nobody want that regular edition. No, we want new Peter Parker face.
Yeah. All right, are we going to start getting to the reviews?
Hold on, wait, I got this. So, Craig Zobel, who was I guess he was a director on Mayor of Easttown. Didn't you watch that?
I was planning to.
Yeah, so he is going to be directing the first 2 episodes of The Penguin for HBO Max.
I saw that, and I'm like, this show's still happening?
Yes, this show is still happening. Everything under Matt Reeves' Batman umbrella is safe.
As far as we know. I'm having a hard time carrying. It's like, it's like,
yeah. I didn't watch Mayor of Easttown, so I might have to check it out to see how this guy directs.
Isn't not a interesting character. I just don't know how they're going to carry a whole show on this guy.
Samir, you just make it mob related, and boom, there you go. People love the Sopranos.
That's mob. Yeah, but that's not Batman.
Samir, this show ain't Batman. It's the Penguin.
It's dumb. It's Gotham all over again. It's just Gotham City without Batman. Why do I want to see that?
Then don't watch it. Samir, you have options.
Look, people are so starved for Batman content, they'll watch anything as long as it got even a whiff of Batman on it. Hence why Gotham stuck around so long. God, I hate that shit.
People actually like Gotham because people love Ben McKenzie from the OC, and people love Morena Baccarin from Homeland and V. And Jada Pinkett Smith, despite the fact I think she got killed in season 2.
She was done in season 1. I think she didn't make it. She went on that shit.
No, I watched all of season 1. She was still alive in season 1, so she could have got killed halfway through season 2.
What was she? Fish? What was her character name? Fish or something like that?
Fish Mooney.
Yeah.
Don't know how I remember that. That show was so long ago, but yeah, that's why people liked it. Sometimes people just like stuff for the cast. Samir, screw the story.
That's dumb.
All right. So, are you going to give us a review on the first episode of Interview with the Vampire? Or are we just going to go ahead and get into these movies? Because technically, we've been talking for an hour and some change.
So I'm gonna give my glowing recommendation of Interview with the Vampire. So this might come as a surprise for many of you, but I was very skeptical when this show came out, show was announced.
It's on record, Samir. You basically crapped on the show like 2-3 times before the trailer came out, and that made you pull a 180.
No, the trailer didn't make me pull 180. I actually got around and sat down to watch the show, and that made me pull 180.
It was actually the trailer, because you got on here, you talked about the trailer, and you got geeked out to the point where you almost busted up.
I didn't get geeked out. I don't know what you're talking about. You have to find that footage. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know if we got the video, but I can definitely put the audio
here. Can you substantiate these rumors? Anyways,
sir, I have all the audios from all the episodes on 2 separate computers, a flash drive in cloud storage. So yes, I can.
I don't believe you. So listen, let's go into the review of the first 2 episodes. So again, I'm gonna reiterate, I was very skeptical going into this. I had very low expectations, and they were so far exceeded. It was ridiculous. The show is so well done. So all the changes, which I'm not against changes in adaptations, I'm against needless changes that don't seem to have any point to them. Like if I can't
keep in mind, when this show came out, I told you Anne Rice was executive producing the show, and she was going to be very hands-on. And you were like, I don't care. She's destroying her own work.
I didn't say that. But I mean, wait.
Very similar to that.
Correction. I said that to some degree in nuance.
Yes.
All right. But that wasn't what I was talking about exactly. All right. And furthermore, there's plenty of EPs that F up their own work. All right. Wasn't Mark Miller on the executive producing for Kick-Ass 1 and 2?
1, yes. I think they just threw his name on there for 2. He wasn't actually on set for 2.
And Alan Moore was a part of a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah, he dick rode that movie. Exactly. It's going to be the most stupendous comic book movie of all time. Oh, when that movie came out, don't touch none of my works. Take my name off of 300 and everything else. I mean, take my name off Watchmen.
We get on subject. So, all right, a couple of notable differences. So obviously they changed. I'm getting to that. Don't you cut me off. So the era is different. So they were in the 1800s initially in the original book series in the movie. Now they're in the 1910s, which is very important. So that ages them. That ages it up a little bit, right? It makes it it makes it make a little more sense with the choice of Louis' race. So clearly, if there's after the emancipation, there can be some level playing field a little bit. Not much. This show is very racist in the story that is subject matter. You know, so Louis, who is a black man in 1910 New Orleans, has to deal with racist BS all the time, and he's a man of means and conviction and drive. So they kind of cut out all the emo whininess that Louis had in the original property, which was to the benefit of the show because Louis was a whining emo douchebag he's very hard to like, honestly.
Which one played so much? Who played Louis? Was it Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt's character was Louis. He was in the book. If you
he was a little bitch.
He was no, it's worse in the book. He's so whiny. Anyways, and the show, the new show, anyways, Louis, played by Jacob Anderson from Game of Thrones. By the way, he's an amazing actor. He didn't have enough time to stretch his muscles in Game of Thrones, but you're seeing it here. This guy is constantly angry and is constantly weighed down by the choices he has to make so his family can survive, and it's just so good. And then you have him acting counterpoint to Lestat, who's actor. I'm not familiar with the actor. Hey, Bernard, go Google the name of the actor who's playing Lestat.
I'm looking it up right now, man.
Yeah, so
keep talking.
He's doing a great job. He has all the nihilism, the heathenism, and the manipulation. Oh, but the cool thing is they kind of toned down the brutality a little bit, not all of it, now just a little bit, and they sort of upped his manipulation, his manipulativeness, and his emotional codependency. They're very codependent. And spoiler alert, this show is very gay. Now the book was pretty gay. The movie kind of hints on it because it's in Sam Reed. Okay, yeah, the movie kind of hints on it because they couldn't go that hard in the 90s. But oh boy, all bets are off. This show is super gay and it's awesome. Go watch it. The first 2 episodes, I watched the first 2 episodes. Amazing. I'm definitely going to watch the third as soon as I get a chance. I am so excited. Yeah, and also the violence is on point. The sexual content's on point. It is as violent and sexy as a vampire property needs to be. Oh my god, woo, so good. Everyone has stellar performances. There doesn't seem to be any uneven acting. The costumes are on point. The set design is on point. Just everything's good. Can't sing this show praise enough. Let me see. And
a glowing recommendation from Samir.
Yes,
the man who hates everything.
I don't hate everything. You're the one who hates everything.
I don't hate everything. I like a lot of stuff.
Well, also, just so you know, it's currently sitting at a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes with a 76% on Metacritic. I'm sorry, a 70%. A 76% from the audience. I don't know what Metacritic gave it. Hang on.
Apparently, I think this also airs on AMC. So if you don't have AMC Plus, you can check it out. But
yeah, you can wait.
People don't really care about critics. They, the general consensus don't really care about critics. Samir,
sometimes you want people to give it. Look, people. Here's why reviews are important. All right, no one goes to 1-star restaurants. Okay, 3 stars, yes. 1 stars, no. All right, if it has a 1-star Yelp review, nah, you don't go to that. You gonna come out with like salmonella or something.
Bro, I've never looked on Yelp.
What was that?
I just say, hey, I never look on Yelp. I'm like, hey, does this place look good? Yeah, let's go.
And that's how you end up with a
I'm all about taking risks.
With your food?
Everything.
81% on Metacritic. 81% with 25 critic reviews.
But so, yes, with my food, with my movies, my TV shows, I'll just say, hey, this looks good. Try it out. It's like, bro.
All right, you let me know how that rat burger tastes.
This ain't Demolition Man.
All right.
Like that.
All right. Yeah. So, what's the next review we're gonna go into?
Scott Ramon Segura Muscati. So, guys, spoiler alert. We are going to talk about Entergalatic, Hellraiser, Werewolf by Night, and She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, in that order. So if you have not watched any of these 4, you can check out now, and we will see you next week. And enjoy the theme song from Taxi if you're listening to the podcast. Video, like I said, YouTube's assholes. Rick and Morty reference. If you didn't watch that episode. Did you watch some of these episodes?
Watching it. No, I've been very busy. I got to get around to watching it. It's impossible to catch it.
Sundays at 11.
Also, Hulu's been very lame about it. Like Hulu doesn't want to put it on its
Hey man, you have to go that other route. And like I've been telling people for years, the theme song from Taxi slaps. So I'm sick and tired of when something starts to slap on Rick and Morty. I hate you bastards in the comments. Like what, 2 seasons ago with the Eric Clapton song gets in the way that you use it? Now y'all just flooding the Taxi comments. But yeah, so Intergalactic. All right, so this was a story by Kid Cudi. I'm pulling up everything now. I should have had it ready, but my apologies. Kenya Barris produced it with Kid Cudi. And it was written by Ian Elderman and Maurice Williams with a story by Kid Cudi. And it was directed by Fletcher Moles. Is that how you say that? Moules? I guess so. Moles? So yeah, as I said before, voice cast: Kid Cudi as Jabari, Jessica Williams as Meadow, Timothy Chalamet as Jimmy, uh, Ty Dolla Sign as Kai. I mean, that's not really original there, but okay. Laura Harrier as Carmen, Vanessa Hudgens as Karina, Christopher Abbott as Reed, Daniela Babanella as Nadia, Jaden Smith as Jordan, Keith David as Mr. Rager, Tiana Taylor as the boxing coach, Arturo Castro as Lynn, who is Jabari's co-worker, Macaulay Culkin as Downtown Pat, Kid Cudi's sister as Ellie, Jabari's older sister, Francesca Rail as Sydney, and Luis Guzman as the mover. So the plot is simply this. Jabari is a charming streetwear-clad artist on the cusp of real success after a chance run-in with his cool neighbor photographer, Meadow. Jabari has to figure out whether he can make space for love in his life. The I loved it. I got no complaints about it. I was actually watching it for like the fifth time when you texted me that you were ready with 18 minutes. 18 minutes left.
Time. Just download the soundtrack. Okay, listen.
I have the
soundtrack. That's the thing.
I bought the soundtrack.
Listen to the soundtrack.
It's better to buy.
All right, so so I don't have many notes to say about this movie. It's amazing. The presentation is great. The soundtrack was really this movie had a vibe. The whole thing was a vibe.
Wait. Time out. Did you just say you like some Kid Cudi music?
I never said I didn't like his music. I said his music is too complicated. Look, you have to be high to enjoy his music. The issue is that half the characters. No, the issues were that half the characters were high, so it fit the tone of the show. That's why it fit with him. I can't think of a person. What time of day can I listen to Kid Cudi? There's no time of day that I want to mellow out that much to where I just sink into my couch or bed. All right, that's the whole point. If I'm driving, I can't listen to Kid Cudi. If I'm working out, I can't listen to Kid Cudi.
You are literally like the only person I know who complains that you have to be quote unquote high or relaxed to listen to Kid Cudi. I can listen to Kid Cudi doing anything, like that opening song that they played by design.
I will crash my car listening to Kid Cudi because he's gonna lull me to sleep. All right, so
that song that they played when he was moving in with the giant panda bear or whatever it was, that's called By Design. I literally listen to that almost every morning riding to work. I'll be like, from dusk to dawn, I'm truly alive.
Okay, well, unfortunately, the music only speaks to a small part of the quality of the series. The music, the small part is special to the movie.
Special.
Yes, thank you. So, one of my things that I have about this movie, though, so I like it, and I thought it was a strange choice. I thought
Why?
What? Why? Okay, why you jumped in like this? I was going to tell you why before you cut me off. So I thought this movie would have focused a little more on his career, but it seems like he had it well in hand the whole time. Like his success wasn't hard for him, which is great. I like a movie about starring black characters who knew their shit and who were at the top of their game the entirety of the movie. I thought maybe their relationship would knock him off his game.
Black and white.
What was that?
You heard me? I said unless you go bright, light, and white.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean I get the reference, but how does that apply to what I just said?
No, I'm talking about like the relationship changing his art. He could have went bright, light, and white. He could have.
Right, exactly. I thought that would have been an issue, but it wasn't. He just stuck to his guns, and it was fine. Oh, cool. And like the same thing with the main character, the little lady, Meadow. Right. It's like no, she got to her gallery in time. She put up all the pictures. It was touch and go which one she would pick, But no, ultimately she's skilled at her craft. She's successful, and it's great. I like two black characters being successful and not having a problem in their careers. I don't. But the issue is though, did we need that whole monologue with the Lynn character trying to trip him up if it didn't lead to anything?
You said Lynn? Oh yes,
yeah,
yes. Yeah. Okay, yeah, his coworker. So yeah, that actually is a thing in like the comic scene for like independent creators. It's like, hey, try to possibly include more white characters in this. Like, perfect example. Remember Mario Gully?
No.
A little comic book called Ant.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't have it anymore.
Well, what happened to it?
He sold it to Eric Larson, the guy who created and draws Savage Dragon. So now the art looks like shit.
Oh well, that sucks.
And
that's really interesting.
And Image rebooted it.
Really...
Yeah. I tried to read the first issue. I'm like, this ain't this. It don't slap the same. So yeah, this was a guy who created.
That was the '90s. So...
And what? Ant was not the '90s. No, he was in jail in the '90s when he came up with the character. Ant was like late 2000s.
It wasn't late 2000s.
Yes, it was. Yes, because he originally did it. He originally did it through Arcana, which was like maybe like 2001, 2002. Then he went over to Image and never finished the book at Image. Then he went over to Big Six Comics.
I digress. Yes. I feel that if they weren't going to follow that thread, I don't know if it should have been there. But that's a very small nitpick.
I mean, they kind of closed it up. Like he like later on. Remember, he brought it up in the meeting. So they didn't show the meeting. Yeah.
I mean, we didn't see the meeting.
Try to tell me what to do.
Other than that, we confirmed that he is successful and he's doing well at his job. But again, that's a very small nitpick, and maybe it didn't need to be there. I enjoyed the movie overall. I would give it full score. Chef's kiss. It was amazing. The whole movie's a vibe.
One thing I definitely liked was the animation. Like, more or less.
I'm surprised the frame rate didn't get to you.
No, because it wasn't as slow as Miles Morales first getting his spider powers. So this frame rate was probably at like a 40 or 50.
No, it was slower than
Miles.
You could definitely,
you
could definitely tell. So the difference. Here's the thing. So Miles was slower than the other spider people, but
yes,
it was still smooth.
Faster.
It was still smooth. This was intentionally janky, and I'm surprised it didn't bother you.
I didn't see it except for like scenes when they were like walking, like when they went on their first quote unquote not date. Like that's the only time where like it kind of like irked my nerves, but other than that, it wasn't. But what I was gonna say was the animation. I love how more or less every character actually looked like the real life person who was voicing them. Like Carmen legit looked like Laura Harrier, Meadow looked like Jessica Williams, Kai obviously looked like Ty Dolla $ign. I would probably say the only character who didn't look like themselves is Timothée Chalamet, but that's because he has like long hair. But it looked very similar to him in the face. Like even who did I say? Vanessa Hudgens? Was it Vanessa Hudgens?
Vanessa Williams?
Yeah. No, nigga. Vanessa Hudgens. Karina. Her character even looked a little bit like her. I mean, and obviously Keith David don't look like Mr. Rager because, Keith David is Keith David. But yeah, so I highly recommend it. Go out and buy the soundtrack because if you stream it, they literally only get like 4 cents to the stream. So it's always better to buy, despite what Samir says.
And a CD player.
You can buy the digital copy. Is what the fuck? Like you can't buy digital music, Samir?
I mean, who buys digital?
Did you forget you can buy digital music?
I forgot because you can stream it. Like, why would you buy it?
Because streaming doesn't give the artist crap. You should really look more into that.
I know it doesn't. They have to get a lot of streams for them to start getting paid off of it. But it's like, where is the song going to live? Is it going to be in your library? Is it going to be in your phone? It's just a weird thing to do in this day and age.
Hard drive.
Basically, streaming services need to pay more to the artists. That's all.
But they're not. It's been like that. How long has streaming been a thing? Like a decade now?
They need to.
It's still the same.
All right, so are we
But,
moving to the next movie?
But yeah, like I said, check out Intergalactic as soon as you get a chance. Yeah, man, nothing bad about the movie, man. Just watch it. All right, so now Hellraiser, Samir.
Well, this is the remake to the I think it was in late 80s, early 90s horror film series, Hellraiser. Did it
Yes.
start, how many series did he have in the 80s with that? But anyways, yeah, this is the remake.
No.
Now,
The
honestly,
last one was Hellraiser Revelations, which came out in 2011. And the first one came out in 1987.
Okay, so yeah, it's the 1980s film series, and it went to the 90s.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Here's the thing.
Now let me get the facts out first. So, movie was directed by David Bruckner. Screenplay was by Ben Collins and Luke Petrosky. The story was also by Ben Collins and Luke Petrosky and that guy who we sometimes hate, David S. Goyer. Produced by David Goyer, Clive Barker, Mark Tabaroff, Kevin Kline. Stars Odessa Azion, also known as Odessa Adlon, Jamie Clayton, Brandon Flynn, Goran Vasijevic, Drew Starkey, Adam Faison, Aof Hines, Selena Lowe, and Hayam Abbas. So yeah, I mean, tell us a little bit about the movie, Samir.
I mean, it's Hellraiser, so
You want me to give a little synopsis?
No, Odessa Azion's character Riley comes across a box that when you solve the puzzle, it basically changes shape and ejects a very sharp blade. Once the blade cuts the person holding, a knife, they are then used as sacrifice for the Cenobites to basically move the puzzle to the next stage of its state or something. The next stage of the thing. It keeps changing shapes.
Yes. They are also known as the Order of the Gash.
Yeah.
So, nothing bad about this movie. My only issue with this movie was Hulu. Hulu. I'm pretty sure no one from Hulu is listening to this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get it off my chest anyway. Can y'all do like some of the other streaming services and just like run all the ads at the beginning of the movie like you originally used to? Because you stop at a movie 41 minutes in when something is about to like be a jump scare for an ad. I literally had to go download it. So yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, this movie didn't have that many jump scares.
It's not even jump scares, but like even when like something happens, it's just like something of significance. So like, perfect example, the second time the commercial break came was after she solved the puzzle box for the first time, and she was on the what the hell you call that thing at the park that you spin around on? Turley World?
Merry-go-round?
No, that's at an amusement park. I think it's called Turley World. So yeah,
that's not
so
what
as soon as
called,
that happened, commercial.
All right. Well,
So
Bernard
she's
had
like,
a terrible time because
I'm
he has he's free Hulu, the free version.
It's not the free version. There's no free version of Hulu. This ain't Peacock.
The cheap version. Okay, so anyways, where was I with the synopsis? Oh yeah, so they get sacrificed to the Cenobites, and they basically have to try to survive. And obviously, the cast gets whittled down with a bunch of gruesome kills. What was your opinion of the makeup and the costume design for the Cenobites?
I mean, it's Hellraiser, so the makeup will always be on point. Even like back in the 80s, Pinhead's makeup was on point. So I did like the one Cenobite who couldn't see. It kind of reminded me of not the Walkers. What's the other ones from The Last of Us? The
Clicker.
They rely on it kind of reminded me of a clicker.
Oh yeah, with the big teeth. Yeah. So speaking of the Cenobites, so Jamie Clayton as Pinhead. Now, at most of the way through the movie, I was like, they made such a big deal about Jamie Clayton. She's barely in this movie. She did eventually pick up in momentum towards the end of the film, but they didn't give her much to work with throughout the entire film, and she just had glimpses of her here and there. But when she started rolling, she did such a freaking good job. So I'm like, yo, she exuded just terror and pain, and I'm like, dang, and some sex, sprinkled in there. I'm like, I was getting some vibes there. I don't know. I was like, oh, baby, you can torture me anytime.
Yeah, I need a new
I
friend.
It was just, I don't know. She was doing it for me. I don't know what to tell you.
There's something wrong with you. I don't even know what Jamie Clayton looks like without makeup.
She's a pretty lady. Just Google Jamie Clayton.
I will. But yeah, I like I said, I really didn't have any issues with this movie. My only grievance was with Hulu.
Yeah. So
will I watch it again? Yes, because I downloaded it. So no ads for me.
So this movie did a great job, and I love the costume design. I'm a sucker for costume and makeup design done correctly in a movie. And it was amazing.
You can't see me, but I was rolling my eyes as soon as you said that because I knew you was going to throw a little spice at the end of that sentence.
The cast did a good job, and the kill scenes were great. Just everything was done so well.
Okay, wait. Now that I think about it, I did have one grievance.
What's that?
The last act more or less was kind of predictable. Like I was getting 13 vibes Ghosts from this, but the only difference was, well, no, it happened at the end of 13 Ghosts as well. I had a feeling that her boyfriend was working with the guy.
I did not have that. I don't know how you got that at all.
Like
that sounds like a freaking stab in the dark. Like you have no evidence to support why he'd be working with the guy.
But he had money issues, so why not go to the rich guy?
Everyone has money issues in this movie because they're all poor. Only capitalism.
Only Riley and her boyfriend have the money issues. Her brother was working. Hell, he covered her portion of the rent.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to do that no more. And they commented on how poor they were.
I know, I get that, but it's just like it was a little predictable, just a little bit.
It wasn't.
Look, man, this is why I don't really rock with horror movies. It's just like sometimes
right, but that's what I'm saying. I have to call cap on this because the plot, as far as I saw.
As soon as her friend got stabbed, I was like, it's probably the rich guy. Because as soon as that happened, I'm like, how does this house still have power when no one's living there?
Of course it's the rich guy. We knew that was not a surprise that he was still running around. The boyfriend was a twist. You did not see that coming. That is not, there's no way. I call cap. I call cap because you have no evidence. You can throw stuff at the wall and see if it sticks. You can do that with any movie. That's not predictability. That's you guessing. That's not the same thing.
It was predictable.
It wasn't. You just threw things at the wall until it stick. Because I don't see how that movie revealed that the boyfriend was anything other than what he said he was up until that point. Like, up until that point, he was acting straight crazy around that box. Like, she told him the whole thing, and he believed her. And it's like, oh, Samir, boy, yeah, this is legit.
It's a horror movie trope.
It's not.
It's a horror movie trope. Yes, it is.
It's not. It's not.
Because usually
the boyfriend does not always betray the main character in all these horror movies.
The boyfriend, but 9 times out of 10, it's someone who had something to do with either the person who had the MacGuffin or something of that nature. Like I said, it happened in 13 Ghosts. What? Go ahead.
13 Ghosts. I was going to say, the movie's terrible, 13 Ghosts. Anyways, I was going to say, so on that note, maybe if you could zero in on the fact that maybe he was too worried about the box, that might be it.
I guess.
Possibly. Because she didn't have to try that hard to convince him. Maybe.
Yeah. But, like, dude, you gotta admit, sometimes things are predictable in horror movies.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so let's see. I got those notes. I give it a chef's kiss. It was amazing. I give it a perfect 10.000 on infinitum.
I give it a 9.25.
Yeah.
For predictability towards the end. Because everyone knew she was going to stab him.
After he proved himself to be false, that wasn't predictability. That makes sense. If she did not stab him, that would not have made sense, and no one would have liked the film. Okay,
Samir,
penalize the movie. That's not predictability.
Why not? Bro, we penalize movies all the time who stick with the basic tropes of filmmaking.
Never do that. That's not a basic trope. That's causality. She has to stab him because she has to save her actual friend because he betrayed her. He's now an enemy. Why would she not attack her enemy? That makes no sense if she didn't do anything else out of that scenario. That's not predictability. That's good writing. It makes sense. A plus 1 equals 2. It's math. Okay? That makes. Why would she do anything else? You wanna fault the movie for making sense?
You know what else is you know what else math is? Predictable. But yeah. Okay. So guys, watch.
I guess Bernard doesn't know how horror movies work, but okay, great. Yes, go watch.
I do know how horror movies work.
Hellraiser. I don't think you do because you don't watch enough of them.
9 out of 10 of them are predictable. But yeah, guys, go watch Hellraiser on Hulu.
Say that, but he hasn't watched a horror movie all year. This is probably his first one. And there's been like 20 horror movie releases this year, and he's only watched like 1 or 2 of them.
Just because I don't watch the horror movies you watch, that doesn't mean that I don't watch horror movies.
What horror movies have you watched this year? You watched Scream. What else?
I can't think of what else off the top of my head, bro. I don't even remember half the movies I watched this year.
I can think of all the horror movies I watched this year.
Well, congratulations. You finally remember something.
And they're all different, just so you know. Okay? So when you say something predictable, that means your taste is shit. Okay? Because clearly you're watching the same thing over and over again because you're picking wrong. Or you don't know how the plot works and you think it's predictable when in fact the movie just makes sense. Just saying.
Most movies are predictable, Samir.
They're not. I think most movies make sense.
I don't get why you just can't let that go. Most movies are predictable. Movies and TV shows have a basic A, B, C plot.
Sure, they do. Yes, but they shouldn't be predictable. They should just make sense. That's not predictability. I think you're confusing well executed plot points with predictability. That's not it. If it makes sense to you, that doesn't mean it's predictable. Okay.
2 things can be the same. It can make sense and be predictable.
I think they can. Yes, they can be the same. I think in this case that's not the case. No, in this case it's not the case. All right. I think you're confusing. I think you're conflating the term predictable with sensible. All right. Anyways, we both enjoyed the movie, one more than the other, obviously, because Bernard is a tool. Let's go to the next one.
All right, Werewolf by Night on Disney Plus dropped today. Dropped on Friday. 55-minute TV special. So
I had no prior knowledge to this project because I just heard, oh yeah, Werewolf by Night. Oh yeah, it's gonna expand Marvel's magic universe essentially. And I'm like, okay, sure, I'll watch it, whatever. And I went into it, and I'm like, oh, it's that man thing. Oh, it's that Elsa Bloodstone. Whoa, what? This is so cool. So yeah, this definitely. I've been one Elsa Bloodstone in the MCU. Now she's in it. Yes. So yeah, I'm super excited. And then, also, anyone who says that Disney can't do gore, what? There you go. Okay, it was very gory.
You couldn't wait till I got like the facts of the movie and the plot out before you went on your little rant.
Nope, I was too excited. Go ahead with your plot. I'll drink this last bit of my soda.
So, on a dark and somber night, a secret cabal of monster hunters emerge from the shadows to gather at the Bloodstone Temple, following the death of their leader. The attendees are thrust into a mysterious and deadly competition for a powerful relic. So, what the fuck is that?
What?
You shaving? It sounds like an electric. It sounds like an electric razor.
There's nothing here. Also, sometimes it's better to ignore when you hear things because then we have to explain.
I heard it for like 2 minutes.
Our audience doesn't want to hear this. Our audience doesn't want to hear this. Our audience doesn't want to hear this. It's like, oh, what's that? I hear something. No one cares. You can just edit this out in post.
It's a
Why do
background noise.
you always have to notice something? Like, just ignore it sometimes, unless it's persistent.
It was persistent. I was trying to say that before you cut me off.
And in this case, it wasn't persistent because you could have just ignored or edited out this one clip. I didn't even react to it. If I'm not reacting to it, why are you reacting to it? Because it's on your end. Maybe it's just you who has the problem. I didn't hear it.
Samir, it came through my headphones.
Yeah, so maybe it's your headphones that has interference.
No. I'm telling you, it was coming from your end. But
I didn't hear it.
So, yeah, this was directed by Michael Giacchino. It stars Gail Garcelle Bernal, Lord Donnelly, Harriet Sampson Harris. Michael Giacchino also did the music. My only issue with this was Gail Garcelle Bernal. Once again, we're just colorblind casting in Marvel. Jack Russell's a white man. Character's name is literally Jack Russell.
Okay. I'm sorry, what?
What do you mean, what?
So the character Jack, he's originally black or something? Like, what was the issue?
I said he's white.
So what was he not then?
Hispanic.
Oh, see, I didn't even catch that. He looked white to me. That's what I honestly, it was in black and white. I didn't notice that he was Latino or Hispanic.
Even at the end when it went into color?
I guess he looked European.
My other issue. European. So we actually just talked about this last week. Oh shit, I'm just dropping crap. How we were talking about how, was it last week? Might have been 2 weeks ago when Ryan was on. How we were talking about how, Hollywood's just lazy. And Laura Donnelly. Elsa Bloodstone.
Yeah, he's Mexican.
Yeah. Yeah, Elsa Bloodstone. Where's the red hair?
Well, she's red coat. But yeah, she is lazy. Yeah, correct. But I don't think Bernard should have any issue with that because he loves lazy makeup and costume work.
There's a difference between someone possibly having a makeup allergic reaction to makeup and not
maybe
just putting on a red wig or your hair.
Maybe she doesn't want to be hot with the wig, Bernard. You can't pass a whole show which makes a character was nude as a character because they don't have the budget, as opposed to something simple like hair color.
The budget on Titans, but why do you keep bringing it back to Titans when we're talking about other stuff? You spent like a whole 10-minute rant talking about Titans when I don't even remember what we were talking about at the beginning of the podcast. But you just like literally talking back to Titans, bro. Leave Titans alone.
I didn't admit the show sucks.
I like the show. I'm not going to admit it sucks. Why would I admit something that I watch on a weekly basis whenever the new season starts sucks? Well, that's like me telling you Teen Titans Go sucks, but you love Teen Titans Go. You will stand on your laurels for Teen Titans Go because Teen Titans Go knows what it is. Guess what? Titans know what it is as well. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Now let's get back to
why is he punching? Why is he punching? He don't know who he is. He's punching. He's punching people. Why is he not transforming?
Can we get back to Werewolf by Night? Because I'm not doing this right now.
She does have very red hair in the comics.
Exactly.
About that.
How you feel about that?
Her hair is very brown.
Her hair looks jet black when it went to color.
It's brunette. She's a brunette.
Okay, so I had no issue with this special presentation as Marvel labeled it, and they said they will be doing more special presentations in the future. It did get a lot of acclaim because of its practical effects and gore. So, like Samir said before, don't say that Marvel or Disney can't do horror because they can. The one thing I actually did love that a lot of people didn't realize, Man-Thing was real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not CG.
They used very little CGI on him, yeah.
Yeah, they only did it to like polish him up for a little bit of for a few clips, but that was about it, like the action sequences. But yeah, I mean, hopefully that Man-Thing suit was air conditioned. But I'm more than likely going to watch this again around Halloween. I hope they release a color edition the same way DC decided to release a Justice is Gray edition of the Snyder Cut.
I don't think it needs a color edition. I like the effects it had. It would basically kind of kill the closing of the show special if it was in color the whole time.
I get that, but I mean, you can do both. It's like if Zack Snyder's Justice League can have two different versions on HBO Max, we can have two different versions of this on Disney Plus. It ain't gonna hurt nobody. But I like the practicality of Jack's wolf form. I always like when we get practical werewolf looks as opposed to the wolf man, which kind of started off as practical, then it kind of just went like very left with the Benicio del Toro remake that no one watched. That's why
I watched that one. It wasn't very good though. It dragged.
That's why it's one of the reasons why Universal's Monster Universe is dead, along with Tom Cruise's Mummy.
Was that supposed to be a part of it? That the 2010 Wolfman?
Yeah,
that wasn't supposed to be part of it.
Samir, no, they were trying to bring back the entire Monster Universe. You know how DC tried to reboot?
But I don't think that film was part of it, though, was it?
Once again, cut me off. I'm trying to get to a point here. You know how DC tried to reboot their whole film universe with Green Lantern, and it failed, and then they had to do Man of Steel?
Yeah.
That's what was basically the same thing with the Wolfman.
Oh, they tried twice. They tried twice.
Yes.
Telling me. Why start with that? This movie had terrible reviews.
Yes.
It did okay in the box office. Well, almost okay. No, it underperformed actually.
What? Okay. What's the budget and what did it make?
It underperformed. It made 140 and the budget was 150, so it underperformed.
Yeah, it bombed. That's a bomb. You have to make double to be considered a success. So yeah, no complaints with this. Like I said, I want a color version. Samir doesn't. I give it a 10. I wish it was longer. I would have liked to see more of Man-Thing, aka Ted. Samir?
I think we had an adequate amount of Ted. I did enjoy the black and white special effects, and obviously I love Laura. What's her name? Laura Connolly.
Donnelly.
Yes, there we go. Laura Donnelly. I love her.
She's Irish, not Scottish.
Okay.
No, Scottish is usually Connolly. Irish is Donnelly.
Okay. Yes. That's a thing that you know, Bernard. So
don't do that. You be just throwing random facts like all the time. And then one time I'll do it. Yeah, Connolly Donnelly. Good job, Bernard.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't like your tone. And yeah. So I enjoyed everything. Yeah, and I enjoyed the black and white effects, and I enjoyed the limited amount of time we got with Man-Thing. We didn't need more than what we got. Also,
bro, I like Man-Thing. Man-Thing is one of my favorite characters. I'm probably the only person you know. Hold on, let me get this out. I'm probably the only person you know who watched that crappy movie that New Line did in like the mid 2000s.
Okay, that I didn't even watch that movie. So anyway,
did you even know it existed?
No, I did not. So anyway, I digress. It's not that I'm sorry, but it's called Werewolf by Night, not Man-Thing. He would have took the whole plot, wouldn't make any sense. All right, we got the adequate amount. He exists in the universe. Be happy. Okay. Now, the one thing I would say I would change was I think they should have done a little more. I get they're going for practical effects, which is fine. So I get why they didn't. But I would like to more emphasis on the wolf and the Wolfman. Just saying. But I'm a stickler when it comes to werewolf mythos.
And vampires.
Yeah, that too. All right, so
what do you give it, fool? Because you didn't say nothing.
Oh yeah, I guess I give it a solid 9.1. It was good. It was very enjoyable, and I love the addition to the MCU.
All right, guys. So now we are going to get into She-Hulk. Episode 8.
I'm mad. It got me mad. I'm so angry about this episode.
So, the episode titled Ribbit and Rip It, directed by Kat Coro, written by Corey Ziegler. So description. She-Hulk represents Leapfrog, who was injured due to a malfunction in his custom-made super suit. So, guest appearances. We got Renee Elise Goldsberry returning as Mallory Book. Ginger Gonzago returned as Nikki. Steve Coulter as Holden Holloway. Tess Malice Kincaid as Elaine Walters. Mark Lynn Baker as Morris Walters. John Bass came back as Todd. Josh Segura showed back up as Todd.
A
Griffin
lot of those
Matthews
characters are
returned
main
as
cast,
Luke
but
Jacobson.
okay.
And the one that everybody was waiting for because, I really wish they never would have said anything. Charlie Cox as Matthew Murdock. So, go ahead, Samir. Get into it.
I'm angry. So, all right. So, okay. So, this is a mark of a good show. And if you can...
by the way, I am getting that She-Hulk Funko of her in the dress.
Great. Funko sucks. Anyways, so She-Hulk is a great show, and they built her up over all these episodes to make her very likable. I already came in liking the character, but Tatiana Maslany has done a great job of making her relatable and very easy to like. And when someone does something that you don't like to a character you do, it makes you very angry in real life.
What's up with you making all these Hulk angry puns? I'm mad. I'm upset. It makes me very angry.
Yeah, exactly, because you can align yourself with the character. So, long story short, if you haven't seen the episode, the incels, the intelligentsia, they finally sprung the trap and basically ruined Jen's very sexist, misogynistic, corporate bullshit moment because she wasn't getting how you woman lawyer of the year sharing the award with 8 other women, but okay. Mind you, the lunacy of that moment wasn't lost on any of them, but they took that moment to basically just, what do you call that? Attack her? What was that?
That's they basically insulted her character.
Yeah, it's so let me get this straight.
It wasn't defamation because it was all true.
But she dates a guy. She dates a guy for 4. They went on 4 or 5 dates. How is she a slut? Yeah, how was she a slut? It took a while.
Because they also put up all the likes from her dating profile.
F that. And then these cowards sit in the back, snickering the mask. I'm like, yo, if it was me, I wouldn't have stopped. They would have all died. I don't care. All right, they would have been squish. Okay, y'all lucky Jen nice. I'm like, man, I was upset. That had me hopping mad. I was so mad. So I can't wait to see. No. I can't wait to see what happens next episode because I'm just pissed. I'm like, how dare you destroy her smile? Her smile should be protected.
Samir, she's a fictional character, right? You have no chance of hooking up with She-Hulk.
It's not about that, sir. All right, and then even if she was real, I wouldn't be doing this to have a chance to hook up with her. All right, no one should go through what that character went through. That was just very just oof. And it's not really so much the character at this point either. It's definitely, it annoys me that there's people like that in real life that have these twisted little brains that are entitled to this. I don't know what you can call it. Incels just piss me off. That's all. They truly do. The entitlement and the chip on their shoulder for no damn reason.
Yeah. So Samir jumped straight to the end of the episode, guys.
I was mad.
Yeah, we obviously didn't talk about what set the whole episode off and what inspired the title of the episode. Like I said in the synopsis, Jim represents Leapfrog, who is actually a big client of GK LNH. Was actually the father. The son is the individual who is Leapfrog. At first, who I thought Leapfrog was playing? I thought Leapfrog was going to be the girl. I mean, the guy who her mother talked about in episode 2. Remember when she was like, "Oh yeah, I met this guy who wants to be a superhero." So
yeah,
I wasn't
something like that.
Yeah, I was not expecting that to happen. So yeah, she had to go ahead and take the case and go after her suit maker, Luke Jacobson. And once that happened, he literally tore the dress that he was making her to shreds and said, "I will see you in court." And obviously, they went to court, and guess who Luke Jacobson's attorney was? None other than Matthew Murdock. And Charlie Cox is definitely pulling out the Irish accent, if you notice it a little bit.
I did not notice it, but
you got to go back. Yeah, like some of the words he's adding that extra emphasis to it. So yeah, the hell was that asshole's name? Um, Leapfrog. They don't have his civilian name on here. He calls Jin because he's got some trouble. Oh, at this point, we find out this idiot decided to use jet fuel to power his rocket boots. Because, okay, people, do us a favor. Read instructions that come with stuff. Just don't be like, "Oh, I'm plugging in and hope for the best." Read the instructions sometimes. If it's something simple like a toaster, that's cool. But if you go and buy like a smart fridge, please go read the instructions instead of just trying to figure out how you're going to program the TV on it. And even then, you don't need a TV on your refrigerator.
Also, most appliances have very nice instructional videos on YouTube.
Yeah, that too. But so yeah, we find out that Daredevil is chasing after Leapfrog because he decided to kidnap Luke Jacobson.
And we finally see the costume.
Yes, we finally saw the costume outside of teaser trailers and fan art and whatnot. And Jin had her first superhero team up. And she made fun of him being able to hear quote unquote see, and she basically called it echolocation like he's some sort of Batman.
I mean,
and he went going all.
Yeah,
I know, but that's what she said. But he went in all stuff like, and everyone, as soon as like they showed the hallway scene, I started getting season 1 vibes of Daredevil, man. Then she kind of came and did what she does best and smashed through the ceiling.
Yep.
And so yeah, Eugene went to jail. Her and Luke made up, and Luke is making her dress, and Matt had to do the walk of shame the next day.
Yeah, that was. I don't know why you find that. You're so excited about that. Yeah, it was kind of funny.
It was funny, bro. He's just walking out in daylight in his suit, barefoot on the grass, talking to people walking their dogs. And then Nikki came in and was like, "Oh yeah, Samir, you probably didn't notice, but you got a slightly longer episode."
Yeah, this was a slightly longer episode. Thank God. Also, people are saying that Nikki with the makeup brushes was a Wolverine reference.
Yeah, it was a Wolverine reference. And people got mad at that. No, I don't like how they're throwing out these hints at Wolverine and stuff. Because this was like the second Wolverine reference in the show.
Why are y'all mad about that?
Yeah. But so yeah, like Samir said when he went on his rant, Jen attended the Southern California Lawyer Awards Gala, where she accepted the Female Lawyer of the Year, but the intelligence here basically smeared her reputation. And she literally hulked out the way she did in Avengers Disassembled.
Not that bad.
Well, she kind of, yeah, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't nearly that bad.
That's a 10 because she ripped the Vision in half. I would probably say this is maybe a 6.
It's more of a 4 or a 3, but
I wouldn't say a 4 or 3.
She stopped on her own, so that's not that. That's not that angry.
Yeah, but she also destroyed property. She could have damn near collapsed that whole building. But yeah, so once again, no mid-credit scene. Screw damage control. We got one more episode left, and
I don't want to see it go.
I mean, hey man, everything ends. You can always go back and rewatch it. Perfect example. I actually started to rewatch all the Marvel Disney Plus shows, so I'm going to be starting Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
See, I'm not sure. I think it was when Ryan was on, and how I always be saying this man got more time than he be letting on, and he rewatching TV shows.
Samir, I'm not binging the shows. I might watch one episode tonight, and I'll probably go back and watch another episode like 4 days from now. Perfect example. I restarted Teen Wolf, right? Guess what? I'm only on season 2, episode 2, and I started that, like 3 months ago? So, yeah. And I don't have a lot of time, because guess who has to edit the podcast? Make sure all the audio is leveled out. Find, clips and things to reference. Upload. And still try to make plans for a date. Me.
All right. Well, good luck on your date. And I think that's pretty much it. Do we have anything else in this episode?
No. Episodes, like we said, the whole series is a 10. No complaints. This episode is a lot longer. Maybe Bruce is going to come back in the last episode. I know we're gonna get something with Emil Blonsky transforming into the Abomination and like dancing on his compound because that was in the mid-season trailer. So that's obviously gonna happen in the last episode unless it got deleted.
Unless
like
they decide, unless
yeah.
they decide not to, yeah.
Yeah, but I doubt that because they wouldn't have put it in the mid-season trailer. But so yeah, I really can't think of anything else to say. Maybe Juan's coming back. I don't know, but yeah. So guys, we're gonna call it a wrap because we've been talking for almost 2 hours. So yeah, this is Bernard,
and this is Samir.
Ah, damn it, we fucked up. Do over. This is Bernard, aka the Scarlet Spider.
Oh, this is Samir, the King in Black. I'm tired.
Yeah, and this is another episode of the Angry Blerds podcast.
Join us next time. Same Blerd channel, same Blerd network.
So, and like I said, next week we're going to be talking about everything SDCC related. The week after that, we will more than likely be talking about. 2 weeks from then, we'll be talking about Black Adam, possibly. You know,
yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Not really going into that with any type of excitement whatsoever. There is something coming out next week, and I am can't also remember what it is.
So I want to try to watch some horror movies this week, and I'll shoot some of them out to get recommendations also throughout this month. So next week, get ready for like maybe 2 to 3 of them. I'll throw out that I've watched in the last week.
Oh yeah, because you said you were going to watch Smile, right?
Yeah, I did. I haven't gotten around to watching it yet, but I will very soon. And yeah, I've watched a couple other ones this month as well. So yeah, keep an eye out for that one.
Yeah, and I might check out the Midnight Club on Netflix. So basically, the plot of that is the Midnight Club follows a group of 5 terminally ill patients in Brightcliff Hospice who begin to gather at midnight to share scary stories. So if you like things along the lines of Goosebumps or You're Afraid of the Dark, you can check it out.
Yeah, and this one's done by Guillermo del Toro.
No, that was Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I don't think.
No, you're right. This is Mike Flanagan.
Yeah.
Which is almost as good because man, Mike Flanagan has done a lot. He's done The Haunting of Bly Manor, The Haunting of Hill House,
Midnight Mass,
Hush.
So yeah, like I said, I'm not entirely confident, and I'm gonna check it out because sometimes don't have time. Within the course of us recording next time.
Well, I will be watching it because it's highly reviewed and it's doing a good job. So yeah, I definitely want to watch it.
It's on my list, but hey, we know how things go on my list on Netflix.
Yeah, he's gonna find time to rewatch Marvel shows though.
Sir.
Yes, Bernard.
Don't shit on Marvel, okay?
I'm not.
I love my Marvel stuff.
But you already watched it. You already watched it, and then you say you don't have time. So what is it? Do you have time to go back and watch stuff, or do you not have time to watch these things?
Honestly, I spend more time on Disney Plus than I do Netflix, so that's the issue.
Well, maybe you should go to Netflix more.
I mean, there's stuff on there, but it's just like,
there's a lot of good stuff actually.
I know. Perfect example. I still haven't watched the Fear Street movies.
And yeah, those are all good. Those are very.
They're
good
on my list. Like I'm almost done with season 2 of Ultraman, and that'll probably be it until Masters of the Universe comes back.
We're getting more of that. All right, everybody. Good night.
Be sure to rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend, because this guy obviously forgot that they announced season 2 of Masters of the Universe Revelation.
Probably. I'm tired. I'm going to bed, y'all.
You suck, Samir. Bye.